Away from the improvements brought forward to the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, nothing comes close to Samsung making the right move by bringing back the most important, best, and classic feature on their Galaxy Watch series, the physical rotating bezel. As comebacks go, this has to be one of the best from Samsung yet. 2 weeks later with the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, how has the experience been? Hi, Ben from Sam Mobile. If you enjoy new and exclusive videos like this, then be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos on YouTube with Sam Mobile TV. Here is our review of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 Classic. I've spent time with the 47mm edition of the Watch 6 Classic in the black color, and there could easily be the debate that the white silver color might be the best looking. For the nature of how the watch is for me, I definitely prefer the black color. The overall look of the Watch 6 Classic is stunning, and especially like the brushed stainless steel casing and how it contrasts to the glossy finish of the chamfered edges of the buttons matched with the red accent on the power button. The best part has got to be the physical rotating bezel, which has the right amount of resistance not to feel too loose, but also easy enough to spin and rotate. The chamfered cut in and out of the bezel with the rated edge gives that nice feel and reassurance when spinning the bezel. The standard bands feel nice and comfortable with a more rubberized feeling in the inside and a more leather feel on the outside. Now, the new spring-loaded mechanism for removing the straps needs a precise press in the middle, which takes a little getting used to, but once you do, it's a much better preferred single method than before. Overall, from the weight, balance, style, design, fit, and finish, this is Samsung back to their best when it comes to the Galaxy Watch. The 1.5-inch circular flat panel Super AMOLED display on the 47mm Watch 6 Classic takes the win beyond the incredible ability of reaching 2000 nits when in the Auto Max brightness mode. The difference it makes in day-to-day visibility when outdoors is near enough a game changer, especially considering the nature of a timepiece that is always on your wrist. That being said, it's almost not the best part of the display experience. You would actually think, once hearing the usual marketing pitch from Samsung about reducing the bezels by 30% and a 15% thinner rotating crown or bezel, it wouldn't actually make that much of a larger difference to having a more pleasing viewing experience. In fact, it makes a huge difference, even more than I care to admit. I find this in combination with the brighter display such an enjoyable experience when using a Watch 6 Classic, and it also adds to the visual appeal and look of the Watch 6 Classic being such a nice step up from the even previous Watch 4 Classic, and especially when compared to the more rugged Watch 5 Pro. My far-fetched dream of a 90 or 120Hz LTPO panel ever being added to a Galaxy Watch is still something I hope Samsung is crazy enough to introduce in the far and hopefully near future, but for now, the display experience on the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic is class leading. One UI Watch 5 running on Wear OS 4. How has the experience been? For reference, the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic is connected to my S23 Ultra as my main device, with as much information inputted for integration with Samsung Health. Now, I can't really speak for how well it works with other devices outside of Samsung, but for this review, I will say that the best experience is with a connected and compatible Galaxy smartphone. Not much has changed in terms of the software experience on the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, but this isn't really a bad thing at all. If unsure, then check our previous review of the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. The navigation of the UI is clearly and logically organized, and the use of the physical rotating bezel really helps reduce the constant need of touching the display. Backed with the new W930 dual-core chip, it feels as smooth and responsive as you would expect it to be. Although I'm not one to feel absolutely comfortable wearing a watch all night for sleep tracking, especially on a consistent basis due to the battery life and needing to charge it almost every night or at most 2 days, sleep tracking, snore detection alongside your Galaxy smartphone works as good as before, with the addition of the temperature sensor being improved. I do wish, just like the heart rate sensor, there was a standalone tile to read your skin temperature, as looking for a good third-party application does seem to be a challenge and it's not really all that great. But regardless, it's there, and if it's something that you need it for helping tracking and predicting your things like menstrual cycle and also when sleeping, it's something that works as a reference. How accurate it is compared to using a dedicated thermometer for your skin is to be questioned, but as a reference point for a health tracker on the wrist, it functions well enough. I love the functionality of the camera viewer app and especially the ability to zoom in and out using a physical rotating bezel. It's useful and it makes a lot of sense. I just hope in the future Samsung adds the ability to view the video portrait mode, as currently it is just limited to the standard photo and video mode. With the different watch faces, the fun, functional navigation of the physical rotating bezel, the promise of 4 generations of software updates from Samsung, the overall experience of the software on the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic is familiar and refined. In regards to the battery life, at best, when it comes to the larger 47mm Watch 6 Classic, I would say it's more around 2 days of experience before needing to recharge. This is pretty much respectable considering my usage of always having an always on display active, maximum screen brightness, and a max screen out time at 1 minute. Back to with the reasonable charging speeds, it may not be an absolute battery champ like the Watch 5 Pro, but this is more than good enough for the Watch 6 Classic. Are you still considering the Watch 6 Classic? And if so, has the return of the physical rotating bezel and the added improvements been enough to tip the scales for you to buy it? If you do have it, what's your experience been with it so far? For us, it's great to see the return of the Classic, and as much as there's always room for improvement, this is an excellent return to form from Samsung. For the latest news in the world of Samsung Daily, be sure to visit us at sammobile.com. And for the latest videos on YouTube with Sam Mobile TV, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, and we will see you next time.